chill out a bit. Oh, you're already wet through. I changed it before I left. Anyway. Number 6. Number 6 today. That's number 6. Oh, camera. I can do this one-handed. It is Bianco Piccolo. Barista Creations. For milk. Oh, this one is actually for milk. Okay, right. Well, what we're going to do... Oh, do we have milk that's in date? I think our milk's out of date. Yeah, 1st of December. It's not the 1st of December, it's the 6th. That's why we're doing number 6. But I have to chuck that milk. That's going to nearly be cheese by this point. Why, yes, sir. I can boogie if you play another song. Right, Bianco Piccolo, right, let's see how big this is. Bianco Piccolo, full milk. Well, unfortunately, we have no milk. That's like ice cream, maybe? That sounds like that would go badly. 270 ml. I want to say that's a double espresso. Oh, well, we'll find out what Bianco Piccolo tastes like without milk. Let's see if this is terrible or not. Right. Well, it's a little one, so we need a little cup. Where are... I had lovely little gold and brown espresso cups, and they have disappeared. I could go searching through the backup china, because we've got loads of it left over from our wedding still. I'm just going to have this one. It's a bit too big, but it's not a proper big mug, so it's better than that, isn't it? Why, yes, sir, I can boogie if you play another song. Oh, boogie, boogie woogie, all night long. Sorry, that's in my head. And I don't know if I got that from someone doing a funny, or if it's just because I do also have that song in my head. I don't even know. I'm assuming the song is called I Can Boogie. Oh! The sound of a tiny coffee being made. Look at that little drip. That's a big spin. That's some creamer coming on there. Oh, and then a big jet. So it starts with a creamer, then goes with a little jet, and then it goes splutter. And then it just looks like regular coffee for a bit. Fascinating how this works. God, I'm gonna sound like a bloody salesperson. But they have. Oh, bugger! I didn't take the photo. Oh, I can get the mucky one. I can just get out the rubbish. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, isn't it? They've got barcodes running outside to tell the machine how much to spin it and how much water to do. All that stuff. I should probably tell them the work PC. It's meant to be working. Little one. But I ended up carrying a gigantic sack of potatoes and carrying that home instead of the first half hour of work. I blame you, but you don't eat potatoes. Ooh, that's not good. I meant to do that. I guess it must be. Oh god, I didn't even spell that slightly right. Bloody hell. Oh, my phone's over on the other side, so you're not going to be able to hear me. Oh, you wanker. Why is it the other way around? I'm fine. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, logged in. Logged in, my lovely. We're logged in. Right, I'm going to work out some breakfast. Right. Oh, I could be heard a bit. Oh, that's good. Right, let's have this nonsense. Okay. Oh, this is going to be flowery, isn't it? That's not terrible. It is a bit on the end of, like, the kind of flavours I like. I'm not keen on the... There's a little dip in that body which I'm not keen on. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to anyone. It's quite nice, but it's not... No, actually, no, it's good. Why would you have it with milk? Why would you have it with milk? I wonder. Or maybe it's really nice with milk, but it stands up quite nicely on its own. Ah, yum, 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 yum. You know what? I think... Yeah, okay, so it's short. It's not as long, it's not as big as the full product. And it is intended to be had with something else. However, it stands up quite nicely on its own, if I must admit. That's actually quite nice. I'm probably going to have a different one in a minute because there's just not enough coffee for me in the morning, but still, I think, and also it happens to be what the calendar for the Mega Drive calendar is today. You know what that is? You know what that is? Sonic and Knuckles. This is Sonic and Knuckles. You can have it with something else, or you can have it on its own. It's actually quite nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what was that? Bianco Piccolo. Bianco Piccolo. Oh, I have to fish that out so I can take a photo of it. Which one are you? Is that you? No. Where's the hot one? That'll tell me. There we go. Hot! Like it's just had some hot stuff through it. Alright, I'm gonna put you there. Right. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I've caught the thing on my. So I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. My mum gave me a Garmin, like one which she wasn't using, and I put a Pokemon watch face on it that captures Pokemon as you walk. I only did the way home. I didn't do the way up. We took the bus today. Well, you didn't take the bus. I took the bus. You were at home with your mummy. I still got 5,000 steps in. That's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. And I caught a Cyndaquil. Caught a Cyndaquil on my watch. Brilliant. Brilliant. I wonder if you can use a Garmin as for Pokemon Go. Do you think we could do that? I don't think so. I think they want you to have their special one, don't you? Oh well. But yeah. So that's good. A nice little double espresso in the morning. Intended for lattes and things, but pretty good, honestly. And, yeah, we caught a Cyndaquil. We have a Cyndaquil. I had to set the refresh to 12 again there. Otherwise I'm going to have a Pokeball on my watch screen for the next, what? 3 to 12 and then 3 hours, so 6 hours nearly. 5.5 hours of just my Scyther and a Pokeball. That Cypher sprite's brilliant, isn't it? I think that's the Gen 2 one. Oh, we should play some Pokemon. We should play some Pokemon. No, I'm still playing Harvest Moon. I need to record some of Harvest Moon, you know. Oh, I need to actually have a moment where... maybe we'll do that tonight instead of watching a film. What did I watch last? I finally watched Logan. I'm a massive X-Men fan. I never got to watch Logan because everyone who would take me to the cinema went to it with other people, and I'm like, oh no, I can't go on my own. So I never watched it. Now I have watched it, and it was pretty good. A bit grim for me. I think I mean, I think that's a so like the X-Men films, like the. I mean, I'm sure they'll do other ones in the MCU, and I won't end up watching them because I'm just burnt out on that shit now. Which is ridiculous, right? You see the comic collection I've got in my playroom. It's ludicrous, right? Um, and also like the 2080 stuff. But anyway, but yeah, yeah. The X-Men films, the X-Men, X2, X3, Last Stand, Wolverine Origins, Wolverine, Logan, and then what was it? The First Class, and then what was that? Was First Class, then Days of Future Past, then Apocalypse, which I think was okay. Honestly, I quite liked Apocalypse, and then Dark Phoenix. I still haven't watched that. I need to watch that. Um, but yeah, I think their failing is making things overly serious and overly grim, and I think that's because that led to New X-Men, Grant Morrison's run, really, and I can't help but look at that. I didn't read Ultimate X-Men. I feel like I probably should read Ultimate X-Men, although it does apparently, famously, have a bit of incest in it, which is a bit gross. But maybe that's not too bad. But New X-Men, which is Grant Morrison's one, where he uses a comic as a platform for some of his ideas about branding and the nature of brands and their links to chaos magic. Um. Anyway, I feel like that was the real. I know, like you could say Morlock Massacre, but I feel like really the start of the only story they ever tell with mutants is how they're constantly getting genocided. You know, I just fed up of it. In the nicest way, I want the X-Men to do X-Men things. I want them to do superhero stuff. And I feel like all you ever read is them getting horrifically effed over. And I miss the 90s where bad things would happen and they would occasionally have a bit of misery and they would be getting over stuff and they would have emotional moments. But also they do fun stuff and fight villains. Give me a bit of Mojoverse. Give me a bit of Mojoverse, you know. Give me a bit of hell, the like Apocalypse the 12. That was fun. That was really daft. Give me anything with Psylocke in. Oh, the Gambit solo series. I think it was volume 2. I think it was the second Gambit solo series where he's up against New Sun. Oh, the one where he was ooh, 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 Gambit and Bishop. That was amazing. It was really bad. Like, it's not going to win any awards, but it was really fun. And that's the thing. It was fun. I missed fun in my superhero comics. Is that me? Am I just reading the wrong stuff? So I want like fun stuff. I just don't want. I don't want to read in the nicest way like the all ages stuff that they put out, which all are drawn like Adventure Time. And I'm like, I don't want that. Not for superhero stuff. I read all ages comics pretty regularly, and I like them, but not from the superheroes. I don't know. Is that me? I don't want to scare off new readers, but I also think like you still had kids reading the works of Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil. You know, you still had kids reading Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, or Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. You know, and they weren't. Oh, sometimes they took it down to readers, but on the whole, they didn't. I should go read the Neil Adams. Oh, his run on X-Men. Oh, I think that's what we're gonna do, Flicky D. I think when we're meant to be working, I've got an important thing to do, but one big important thing which I'm behind on and I need to actually really sort out. But besides that, I think we might be okay to read some Neil Adams X-Men because oh my god, his art was so. Neil Adams' art, when it was good, was just such a cut above everything else at the time. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just absolutely brilliant. And of course, like, obviously the man was like a good guy in terms of working for creator rights and so on. Getting Siegel and Schuster some actual money. That was a fucking boon, wasn't it? Oh, but he does occasionally draw a chimp face. There's a I think the name of the strip was Grayson. It's the series when Nightwing is like, I'm dead, I'm totes dead, I'm now a secret agent so I can infiltrate... Not Hydra, Hydra's Marvel Universe. Is it Ouroboros? It's something, it ends up being the plot of Batman Incorporated. No, it's not. This is out long after, isn't it? I don't remember. But Dick Grayson is a spy, and it crosses over with DC's attempt at doing a Midnighter comic, which actually I really like. I love Midnighter, and I find it very funny that like Midnighter's like, well, no one can recognize his face, but I'd recognize that ass anywhere. Not how Midnighter talks, probably. Midnighter talks like Christian Bale Batman. I'm like this, but I like to have butt sex with a god of the sun. That's, yeah. Oh man, Stormwatch. Oh, not appropriate for you yet, little miss. But Wildstorm stuff. Oh, I still haven't read The Wildstorm, but then again, you kind of feel weird about the writer. What's his name? Ugh. He wrote the Kaiser, you know. He wrote the Castlevania series. Warren Ellis. That's his name. Oh, man. So many, like, comic book writers being complete twats. As far as I know, Grant Morrison's not a twat yet. Grant Morrison's non-binary and is into weird magic stuff, so I can't imagine him being too bad. And then, they. Yes, Grant Morrison's a they, aren't they? Yes, that's right. And when you listen to or you read the book that they wrote, Super Gods, or what's the word? Oh my God, you've got a beard of sick. God, I'm a negligent parent. We'll find you a thing in a minute because I've got to change your nappy because you have wet through again somehow. Oh, an adherent's broken. Bloody hell. IT at the people I work for, it's just the absolute pits. Anyway, I was going to say, Grant Morrison, if you listen to like audio interviews, they sound so normal and so like, please don't believe my hype. I'm actually not that good. There are other people who are better. And like Alan Moore is another one who's really humble. And if you listen to his words when he speaks, it's absolutely brilliant. But he does just, I don't know. There's that variety of, I'm gonna guess Huddersfield. That he's from. Where is he from? Doncaster. He's from one of those places which is sort of Yorkshire, isn't he? But I don't know. He just always sounds a bit twatty. Well, that might just be something that I'm projecting, because for the longest time, Alan Moore fans were the fucking bane of ever talking about comic books. You know, it's the same as like the people who like insist that they're not comic books, they're graphic novels. And it's like, a graphic novel is a very specific format. Watchmen is a graphic novel, or it was also a limited run comic book. But you're not going to tell me that fucking Batman is a graphic novel, unless it's like a specific thing. Only The Killing Joke, which was shit. I'm sorry, The Killing Joke was shit. Not good. Don't you pick up on this language. Don't you dare let your first word be shit. Guys, what are you waiting around for? I'm gonna have to fill up that water. It's making a noise. Mummy doesn't like it when it makes a noise. Well, I'd finished talking about the coffee after about 5 minutes, and now we're at 20, and I've just been talking about comic books instead. Yes, I don't know if it's Denny O'Neil who wrote the end of the first run of X-Men comics. But it hadn't. But it has. There is a point where it stops being Jack Kirby and it starts being Neil Adams, and that happened with a lot of comic books. The Inhumans also suddenly swapped over to Neil Adams, and Neil Adams, his art was so good, and you really owe it to yourself to read it. They are old. They are written like old comics. They are written like comics of the late 60s, early 70s. They are a bit wordy in ways which aren't very good and can occasionally come off as patronising, but they are really good. The art is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah, I'll have a look at that again. And it's not Neil Adams, it's another bloke. But I always think it's Neil Adams because it's a very similar look to the art. The guy who did, I think it's Rage of the Panther, or it might be Wrath of the Panther. It's the Black Panther. I was about to say Pink Panther. It's a completely different kind of story. A Black Panther series which had introduced Killmonger. That was really good. That was also really good. I think I like 70s comics. I think that's what I like. I think I like the 70s and the 90s in comic books. I think I'm an old man. Yeah. Yeah. Should I go crack open Wildcats versus Hyperforce? I've got that, you know. It's got fold-out pages. It looks ridiculous. I love it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's got like has like a fold-out page, splash page, and it's just Jim Lee drawing a very Jim Lee figure of a lady. Can't remember her name. She wore red. She was in Wildcats. She's the alien lady who taught Grifter how to do alien martial arts. And I don't know if Grifter had psychic powers at this point yet. Am I going on too long talking about 90s comic books? And 70s comic books? And 60s comic books? Comic books which just aren't current comic books. Am I just an old man? Is your daddy an old man? Is your daddy an old man? Oh, I should read Phoenix Saga. Like the first one, where they go to the Shi'ar and shit. And then read Dark Phoenix. Because I don't think I ever managed to make it all the way through that. I made it through Dark Phoenix. Obviously, everyone's read Dark Phoenix. It's amazing. It's really good. It's really good. Your big sister kind of likes the Fantastic Four. Which I'm down for. That's cute. She likes Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Fantastic Four. Sometimes she'll let me read them to her. And she really likes them. And she liked the, there was a 90s cartoon show of the Fantastic Four. I just did the Jack Kirby, Jim Lee, Stan Lee, not Jim Lee. Jim Lee would have been very, very young. I don't know if he would have been born yet. Kaiser, was Jim Lee alive in the 60s? When was the Fantastic Four first? Was it 61? Was it 61 or was it 63? Because some of them are 63, and it must be 61, because Fantastic Four was the first one, which was the Stan Lee model, wasn't it? First superhero one that was the Stan Lee model. I mean, Stan Lee's first superhero writing work was in Captain America issue 3, where he wrote the backup story and invented the idea of Captain America ricocheting his shield off things. Your owner is a giant dog. Well, I can't think of a better exclamation of I should have stopped recording 5 minutes ago than that. Sorry. Ah.